September 2nd. If you're new to my channel, this is my weight loss journey, daily life, about cats, healing myself, getting from so much. Let me explain. I don't want to explain all this in every video because it irritates the people that's been here forever. But technically, in the beginning of my whole entire weight loss journey, I weighed 434. My lowest was 157.8. That's where I'm trying to go again. I got the C word last September. It started messing me up. Got it again in January. It threw me off the rails, meaning that time, not only did it become long haul C word, it also messed up my blood glucose, my blood pressure, caused me to get heart palpitations again. It really messed me up, and I got to 213 on March 11th, and I've been struggling ever since. I also got it again at the beginning of January, end of June, and my weight will not budge. And I am trying to fix the health conditions that it has caused all over again. Today I go to the heart doctor. Already been, so it's in this video already. You just about to see it. Go to the heart doctor. Had an echo done the other day. Let's go over real fast what he said. Oh, and I'll show you what I've eaten today. Okay, just sitting here waiting at the doctor's office. Of course, my blood pressure is high, but I knew that because ever since, well, it's the heart doctors. So ever since getting the C word in January, my blood pressure's been too high. My blood sugar's been too high. Everything's been too high. So now I'm just waiting to see the doctor, see how my echo went, how my EKG went. Got that done just now. I hate waiting. It drives me crazy. Okay, so he said he wanted me to go on blood pressure meds again because my blood pressure is so high. And I'm like, I fixed it before. He's like, well, what caused it? I told him about, getting COVID, and how ever since getting it in January, it's been high, and so is my blood sugars and blood. He's like, I'm seeing that a lot. Most people can't fix it afterwards, but he's given me a couple of months of watching it myself and trying to fix it myself. And if I do, then I don't have to come back for a year, and I won't have to go on the meds. Mine has never been from like eating too much salt or anything like that. So I need to get my weight down. I need to get sleep, because one thing, it was going to be high. I barely got any sleep. I need to lower my stress. Don't know how to do that. But yeah, guess we got to figure this one out, which I've been trying. So yeah. But the echo came back good. My EKG came back good. I don't have my heart palpitations back. They were back. If I had seen him in January, he would have definitely been putting me on meds. Like, up until a month ago, they were still here. And I finally got them to stop in July. The end of July, they started stopping. So I did heal one thing again. This really sucks to heal your body completely, get a stupid little virus, and then F with your weight. And the lady who did my EKG, she's like, girl, I've heard so many people gain like 50 pounds in a month from getting the C word, and they weren't even eating. It was just the stress and the damage it did on their body. Yeah, yeah, I totally hear you and totally believe you, because I'm down that road myself. So, yeah. But we got this, right? We just keep ketoing on, right? Just keep going. Yeah. So, we just got to play around with some foods and different combinations and things. But the one thing that is completely true, if your sleep is messed up, like I've only had 3 hours of sleep and I'm exhausted. If your sleep is messed up, you can't even walk. You can't clean your house. You can't focus. You can't lose weight. It's just not possible. Your body's too stressed out from not having sleep. And I have not had sleep since Dino's moved there. And my weight's gone crazy since then, right? I have not, I'm not used to sleeping next to someone who, every time he gets up to pee, which is a lot, makes me have to get up and pee, and then he'll snore, or I finally got used to that. then he comes to bed extremely late. Like some mornings he's not coming to bed till 10 a.m. And then I'm waiting up for him, and then it's like 5, 6 a.m. and I realize he's gonna be playing games longer. I'm going to bed. And then there's cats. Okay, so right now I'm still trying to separate them so we don't have any pregnancies before everybody gets to get fixed. I don't even think Willow will be able to get fixed until like January. They're so booked up. But the other 4 will, not until November though. So all last night I did the whole waking up every hour because then Piper needed to go out and pee or wanted food, and then the other ones went back in the bedroom and was scratching on the door, and I was switching them back and forth for like the whole 3 hours I was sleeping. I woke up once in an hour to switch them back and forth because there's no sleeping for them. They will claw the door, and not to get out. She's not trying to, she just lays in front of the door sad. No, it's because the other ones want in. And then they're babies. I can't keep them in there hours with the door shut because they might have accidents. So yeah, sleep, we can definitely say last year my sleep has diminished. I went from being able to sleep my 9+ hours with no interruption to being interrupted every hour. So after we're done sleep, I signed up for the Y again, and it's closer, and as soon as I'm hoping Tuesday we'll start going, and at least I'll walk the treadmill. At least I can walk the treadmill, right? And if I don't have strength to do any of the weights right now or anything else, I can at least get walking in. Because it's been too hot to walk down. I'm not gonna lie, I've not walked since it got summer. I was so hot, and then the video was about it, I couldn't even breathe, so I couldn't even get in the pool this summer. And that was probably because of the C word. Because last summer the humidity did not bother me at all, and I could just breathe and be fine. This year, my breath is very short. In the heat, it affects me more. I sweat now. I didn't sweat like crazy. I could go outside and not sweat. This year I go outside for a second, I'm sweating. But I'm sweating in my house at 68 degrees. I am on fire. And according to my lady doctor, I am not in premenopause or anything. She says it's from the C word. It's just, it's a side effect some people are getting. Because I'm on fire. Like, this is what I imagine going through menopause is going to be. Standing in front of the freezer, dripping water. Like, I'm so hot. I was eating ice like crazy because it makes me cold. And I wanted not to be hot. So I was eating so much ice it was freezing in my body. And that is so cold. I was Circle K yesterday, which I missed. Had gas for like up to 90 something. I missed it because my tank was completely full, and then the lines were too long too. And they gave you a coupon for 40 cents off the gas, plus they gave you another coupon that you could use every day of the month of September for 20 cents off a gallon. That was something that I desperately wanted, but I didn't know about until it was too late. I had gotten gas the night before, and the lines were so long. It was so insane. So, I'm supposed to go shopping to the grocery store, but I don't know if I can. Like, I mean, I'm tired. I'm tired. But I'm going to try not to go to sleep because maybe I can sleep tonight. Because I do great going to the gym when I wake up in the morning. When I can wake up early in the morning, by 10 o'clock I'm ready to go to the gym. So I need 3 hours to wake up, people. 3 hours. I know this sounds crazy, but my ADHD used to not be this bad until the C word in January. Okay, it is so bad that I have to have my 3 hours. Like this morning I didn't have it and I was completely deboggled, like totally, like I was a hot mess. Because I can't focus. It takes me about 3 hours to get my brain working again. I literally wake up go to the bathroom, do the cat litter, make my coffee, crawl onto the couch, first watch Wendy and Harry, then I go on to watch some other channels, and then about 3 hours later, I'm ready to do things, which kind of sucks if you don't wake up until 2 or 1 o'clock in the afternoon, late, and the gym closes. So, yeah. Gotta find a way to fix that. And one of my problems, I'm always like, oh, he's gonna come in here and wake me up when he comes to bed, so I'll just stay awake. And what really sucks is he can fall asleep on a dime. Just boom, fall asleep. Just like that. Sound asleep. Alright, people, I barely ate any calories yesterday, any fat yesterday. Like, all I ate was those 4 ounces of cheese, that little bread, and that protein latte ice cream. That was way under 1,000 calories, probably under 700 calories, and under 10 total carbs. So tell me why the scale finally moved, but it went 3 pounds up this morning. 3 pounds up. Was it from the cheese, or was it from the ibuprofen I took a few days prior? That's probably what it was for. Because I noticed that ibuprofen sometimes don't affect me the very next day. It's like 2 and 3 days later. Or that time of the month can be coming again because I get it every 2 weeks now. Every 2 weeks. So, what did the C word do to me? It made me have constant bone pain now. On top of having fibromyalgia. It has made me have a period every 2 weeks. It's raised my blood pressure and my blood sugar. Especially if I do any kind of fasting. Holy crap. So, yeah. I didn't get breathing issues from it other than out in the heat. Oh, and I'm on fire. So it's like changing my whole world around. Because I was always freezing. And I can't eat less calories. That's just not possible. But the last few days I've not gotten sick once eating. Oh, I did have one of those flour tortillas, the low carb Bontarina tortilla. I just like to take it, put a little sour cream through the middle, roll it up, and eat it just like that. Dino got a late night snack with cheese and bread and different things, and no, he didn't. Last night he got 2 of those wraps with cheese and turkey in the middle of it. Like it was a flat, big, giant thing, and he put it through the microwave. So I got hungry and ended up eating one just some sour cream in it. I need to go over here, which is a mistake because there's a long line and everyone's blocked the road. First coffee of the day. And my little ice cream with a little tiny bit of coffee does not keep me awake. Because whether I do coffee or not, I cannot sleep. The whole month of April, I did 1 coffee a day in the morning only, and I still did not help my sleep. I still cannot fall asleep. It still takes me hours. It's because I have anxiety. My brain doesn't shut up. You lay down, your brain should shut up and let you sleep. No, it replays everything in the world. Or I'm a Pisces, so that means I'm a big daydreamer. So the whole time my brain is daydreaming a whole new world. So, yeah. Okay, so I'm going to shut up and try to go in the needles because my parents do a few things on there. It is 1:30. I just made it home from my doctor's appointment, so I am having exactly almost 1.5 ounce of the Windy buttermilk bread. I'm having 1 tablespoon of butter total between cooking the eggs and putting on the bread. I'm having 4 pieces of bacon, not doubled, single thin pieces, and only 2 eggs. This is like, I think, day 3 or 4, trying multiple small meals a day to see if it stops my stomach from hurting. So far, it's working instead of up 1 to 2 big meals a day. So I have taken an ibuprofen because I have a migraine from no sleep. I am very sleepy, but I am not going to go to sleep because I want to try to sleep like a normal person tonight and not 6 a.m. It really messes up my life because I have no energy. I have no time in a day. I don't get my energy until around midnight at night, and then I'm cleaning house. I'm doing things, but everything is closed. Can't go to the gym, can't do nothing because everything is closed. Everyone's asleep because that's how it should be. But here I am wide awake in my house, all over the place. So, that being said, I have a couple of months to get my blood pressure under control. It has nothing to do with keto. Keto saved my blood pressure. It helped me so much. Eating bacon every single day with eggs and steak and butter and coffees and all that yummy, rich, delicious, healthy fat and sodium saved me. But the C word has effed up the inside of my body. Seriously bad. I have an appointment next week to see. Hopefully, I can get a constant glucose monitor because my A1Cs, every time I get it taken, because I've gotten it taken twice since getting it in January, has come back normal. Higher than normal, though. I have to admit that it's been higher than my normal ones. It's been higher in the 5s, and I was 4.7. And it has raised a little higher each time, but they are not concerned about that. However, I am concerned that if I fast, if I eat boneless, skinless chicken breast, it goes to 200. Yes, that concerns me, okay? It concerns me that my fasting glucose are getting high. It concerns me that my glucose is ever above a 105, okay? I could understand if it was high because I ate a whole crap load of things that all of a sudden affect me, like, I can't eat Lily's chocolate. I was watching Wendy and them test their blood sugar on their cake. I can't eat Lily's chocolate. It does raise my blood sugar because I think it destroys my stomach so bad. And when you get sick, any kind of sickness, especially as bad as it does me, your glucose rises. So I don't know if it's actually the sugar in it or if it's because the digestion issue that happens for me every time I don't eat Lily's at all. Also, I can eat plain pumpkin and a certain amount of tablespoons in my food, and it does not budge up either because I'm keeping my carbs low. I've tested sucralose. I wish I did record it. At least I thought I did. But what happened was my computer decided to crash on me, and I had already deleted all my film out of my phone. It was devastating. So, I have no issues with any kind of sucralose, right? I might redo that test again. So that doesn't seem to bother me. Okay, sweet and low doesn't bother my sugar. So that's Dextron, all that stuff does not bother my sugar. Any stevias, nope. Any other than erythritol raises my glucose just a tiny bit because it causes digestive issues as well. I can have allulose all day, it does not raise my blood sugar. So when you sit there and say, oh, that's got a lot of total carbs in what you just made, it doesn't if it doesn't raise your blood sugar. See, this is where you're forgetting. Some people are forgetting. And I am not being mean. I'm not trying to be rude. I am trying to help inform you. So there are different kind of ketos out there. And when I was originally naming my channel, one of the names on my list was Keto Done My Way. But I didn't really know anything about keto at that time, so I didn't take that as my name. But I'm really thinking of making a video called Keto Done My Way because keto is what happens inside your body. It's what happens inside your body. It's your body, like, not running on glucose, right? It's running on ketones. So what's keto for one person doesn't mean it's keto for another, because I'll hear a billion people say you can never eat carrots. I can actually eat a crap load of carrots and my blood sugar never rises. I don't know now, since the C word, I stopped eating vegetables because everything is rising my blood sugar. But before, I could eat it and lose tons of weight because it's just about what it does to your body. I know people who can't have sucralose and a billion people who can. Some can't have any kind of sugar alcohols. Some can. Like, it's not, you can't tell someone something isn't keto because only their body can tell them that it's not keto. Because I'm really tired of people telling other people and me, that's not keto, that's not keto, that's tons of chemicals. Well, guess what? Keto isn't clean. It isn't dirty. It has no laundry detergent in it, okay? Like, it has no way of knowing if a food is clean or dirty. All right? So keto isn't either one of those. All right? Keto is not, there's only a few foods that I could say, if you ask me what is 2 foods out there or less that is 100% keto in your mind, I will answer every time. An egg is the perfect ratio of protein and fat. It is the magic pill. Okay? And no one who does any kind of keto should be arguing right there. Every single person should be like, yes, that's true. Unless you're allergic, then it's not true, right? Because that will not only make you sick, but raise your blood sugar because you just had an allergic reaction. So the egg is the perfect keto pill unless you're allergic to it. I have to put that in there because people are always getting on to me for forgetting one thing or another. So here we go. I did not forget that part. 2, beef. And I'm not talking about processed with gluten hamburger beef. I'm talking about just plain beef. I'm not saying it has to be grass-fed. I'm not saying it has to be organic. I'm not saying it has to be this a ratio or that a ratio. For me, it does because of my stomach. I can have New York strip. I can have sirloin. Any others I cannot have. It's too much fat. And yes, I cut my fat off of everything I eat because it makes me sick otherwise. Those are the 2 perfect go-to keto things, and then you have your Kerrygold butters, things like that. So no one can come at you saying that's not keto. Only your body can tell you that. If you're new to keto and you go see Dr. Eric Westman for the first time, he is going to put you on his phase 1 plan. The reason is because you have no clue what you're doing, and most people will give up if it doesn't work right the first time. He will say this in every convention. He will tell you, I'm not saying you have to eat clean or dirty because there is no proof out there that grass-fed, clean keto does any better than drive-through McDonald's keto. And yes, he does say it because some of y'all say he doesn't say it. Yes, he does. Yes, he does. He says it multiple times. And as soon as I find the videos, I will totally start linking them because I'm so tired of people saying, don't quote him wrong. I've met him in person, had real conversations with him multiple times, even messaging through instant messenger on Facebook. Yes, him, not admin. So I'm not misquoting him. I promise I would not do that to y'all because I don't want you to fail. I get nothing for doing these channels. I'm like nothing. I am not making enough money to even pay for my glucose strips that I do for my testing. So I would never want to lead anyone astray by making up crap, which I've been told I'm quoting and making up stuff, which is not true. Because that's not the purpose here. Okay, I'm not famous. I am not making any money off of this. I'm doing this so you can be like me. Even after gaining the C word, even after gaining this weight that I gained, I am so much better today than I was 5 years ago, 4 years ago, 3 years ago. I was definitely better a year ago before getting the C word and being in the 150s. I'm not going to lie. But I am so much better than all those other years because of keto. And did I do clean keto? No. If you want to do clean keto, go ahead. But you don't have to. That is the point of my channel, showing you that you don't have to. You don't have to. And so far, everyone I've watched on those tortilla shells, the Le Banderie, I can't even say it today. Anyways, those tortilla shells, every single person I've watched on glucose tests on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, you name it, hasn't raised anyone's sugar. However, I know there's people out there that it will. I know it will because they cannot tolerate any of the chemicals in it, or they can't tolerate wheat. I swear, cat hair is always in my eyes. They cannot tolerate wheat. So if you cannot tolerate wheat, then I suggest you do a more cleaner version of, like, don't buy the products. Like, I can't tolerate almonds very well. I can't lose weight at all doing nuts of any kind. So I don't do it, right? Because I think those Nala bars from Perfect Keto are amazing, very clean. I've seen tons of people do tests on them and they taste great to me. However, I cannot lose weight. I can only gain weight on them. The same with any of the Quest bars. It's only because I have a intolerance, sensitivity to nuts. I'm not allergic to them. I'm allergic to hazelnut, and I had a horrible allergic reaction last week. But I'm not allergic to the rest of them. So that is why I don't do anything with the nuts. And also, if you do page 4, phase 1, you don't get nuts. You don't get any berries. You get 2 tablespoons of mayonnaise, or 2 tablespoons of heavy cream, or 2 tablespoons of butter, or 2 tablespoons of oil. You only get 6 olives. It breaks it down for you. You get endless meats. Nowhere does it say clean or dirty, because that doesn't matter. The whole thing is, Dino came in here and distracted my thinking. Okay, so the whole thing is, you don't know how to do keto. It needs to be a prescription strength. It needs to work. It needs to work quickly because you have major health problems, tons of weight to lose. This is what Dr. Eric Westman will prescribe to you. Even if you go see him in his office, which he's got like a 2-year waiting list, no lie. It is horrible trying to get to see him. This is what he tells you. So in your carb confusion book, you take this little test. It decides what phase you need to be in. So any insulin resistance, polycystic ovary syndrome, type 2 diabetics, type 1 diabetics, Hashimoto's, all that kind of stuff, you're probably going to be in phase 1. And then there's a phase 2 and phase 3 that you might test into. You might be in a healthier situation. So that is the difference. Like, Paige, he avides his stuff all the time, because the original page 4, you were allowed berries, and then it changed 4 times before it became phase 1 into its new in your carb confusion. And now, like he says, if you know what the protein drinks will do to you, like it doesn't raise your blood sugar, it doesn't affect you, and you're losing weight, and you've been keto, you know what you're doing, he sees nothing wrong with it. There are other people who's been following phase 1 for over 10 years, never changing, never adding anything to it. And that is their choice. But that's not how you have to live. He has where you can go into phase 3 if your body will let you. So that's the whole thing. It's your body. You have to figure out what your body does. If I was, I don't have time yet. My life is so all over the place. We're getting my daughter tested for autism and stuff. But if I was, say, your keto coach, I would never tell you what something will do to your body. I can tell you how sensitive mine is and tell you what it's done to mine. I can tell you, let's try, let's see. Maybe you can get away. Maybe you're the person who can have the cold potatoes and lose weight and not mess up your glucose and your blood sugars stay down. Why not? That potato isn't evil, okay? It might seem evil to us because we loved French fries. And if you are insulin resistant, eating a hot potato as soon as it comes out of the oven, not cooled down for a day and then reheated, raises your blood sugar. But so many people can do the resistant starch thing where they put it in the fridge for a day or so, slowly heat it back up, and it doesn't raise the blood sugar, or they only go up 10 points. The point is, this isn't a diet. You have to decide what you can live with for the rest of your life. because I'm going to be honest with you. And if you're coming in here with a lot of metabolical issues, okay, you use keto to lose tons of weight, and then you decide to go off keto and eat a bunch of carbs like a normal standard diet, I can see why they say you'll probably gain all your weight back, because you're healed because you're doing keto. Now, there are some men I've seen completely heal themselves and they're perfectly fine, and they could go do carbs, but they're also bodybuilders with big giant muscles, and they spend tons of hours in the gym, and they have a physical job. But I haven't seen any women do it so far. So far, most women who come in here, they have like type 2 diabetes, Hashimoto's, lupus, MS, polycystic ovary syndrome, or other things. And the ones I've seen that's gone off full force has gained a lot of weight back. Now, Keto in the Chaos is a totally different story. Her weight was from, she had her surgery to remove her skin, which causes tons of water weight and inflammation. And then she ended up with, I don't want to say the wrong word, lipedema. There's two different ones, but she ended up with that for life now. But she didn't gain a whole crap load of weight back. But she didn't come in with all these problems. That's what I'm saying. If you don't come in with all these problems, there is a chance you can, but then you got to watch your calories and stuff. And I hate watching calories. You'll be fine, right? So basically, I think she looks great the way she is. And people say that about me, but I don't feel like I look great the way I am. Because I have to feel more comfortable in my skin. I don't want any kind of bulging of my stomach at all. That just drives me crazy. Because I got rid of 99% of it. So I am really rattling. I'm so sorry, y'all. But a few more thoughts. So if you're lucky like her and you come in without having those issues, there might be a way to go just a low carb or a normal type, paying attention to what you're eating diet and not gain all your weight back. But for me, my weight will come back extremely quickly. And this is a big example. When I was 434 and I did low carb, I got down to about 320, and then not changing anything. I did add exercise. I added a trainer, hired a trainer. Not only did the scale go back up to 368, it was not muscle, it was fat. And I had a trainer. I was training out during this too. Not adding any carbs, not adding anything. Like, my diet was very strict, okay? I did broccoli and cheese. I did boneless, skinless chicken breast. Like, I wasn't doing high fat at all. I was doing a low fat, low carb diet. And the weight started pouring back on. Then I got lucky and I found keto at 368. When I was told that I was days away from heart failure, like I was about to have congestive heart failure, even though I had been way bigger in the past, because I had dropped so fast away and then the weight started coming back on so fast, I just became very unhealthy. But keto saved me. Keto saved me. Low carb didn't work for me. And that's a good example showing that I will probably always have to stick to a very strict keto. When I mean strict, I mean like I will have to be 75 total carbs or less, or 50 total carbs or less, or something like that. I don't eat that many carbs. When I make all these cake things, it's for people who do low carb, or people who can have these kind of things, or for my mom who does low carb more than keto. So I eat a bite. I eat what you see me eat on cam, and then it's always out of this house. The only ones I ever kept was the protein spirit modified fast ones that I added the pumpkin keto chow 1-pack to, and I made them in little flat muffin light things. Those are the things that I kept and I would eat because there was nothing in it, like nada. But anyways, I digress. I am going to shut up now because I've been running my mouth for almost 20 minutes and I'm going to go see what Dina wanted. Yeah. So, I'm liking my hair today. I have bad and good hair days, y'all. Some days I love my hair, some days I hate it. That's why I'm not allowing myself to cut it. Until I get back to my low weight, I'm not allowing myself to cut it, because sometimes I think my hair is making my face fatter, but it's not. I am bigger than I was. That's the problem. I'm looking at my old pictures. I'm like, oh, my hair's... No, it's not your hair, honey. It's you were in the 150s and now you're in the 180s. It's your skin. It's your fat. Like, that's why I have to keep telling myself, you're not getting your hair cut until I'm back at that weight, and then I can decide. Because right now, my brain is literally, oh, it's your hair. No, not my hair. My hair is not making my face look bigger. I am bigger. So, anyways, I'm going to shut up now because I'm rambling again. Alright, we went to Jersey Mike's and I got a tub and a bowl. But I'm not going to eat it this way. And that's how I'm just going to get the sandwich and throw the bread away because it's cheaper and you get way more. These used to be bigger. And this costs more than this sandwich, y'all. So, I'm going to eat it different. So, I don't want to use the low carb wraps. I'm just going to use Egg Life wraps because I need to use them for one. They only last a certain amount of time once you open them. And two, I'm having some carbs with some of the lettuce and tomato. I'm going to take my Duke mayo. It's the only mayo I can get away with. I can't even have Kraft without having some kind of weird reaction to it. So not even a tablespoon. I just use the back of the spoon, normal spoon, and just put enough on it so I can put it on here. Then I'm going to take my Himalayan. It's 50% lower sodium. It's Himalayan pink salt mustard by Boar's Head. It is my favorite. It's just expensive, so I don't eat it a lot. So now I'm going to put tomatoes, I wanted the olive vinegar, but I did not want the oregano, but they put it on there anyways, so it is what it is. And I didn't want it cut. I said don't cut it, but y'all know people don't listen. But it's okay. It's okay. It's all good. A little bit more on each one. Tiny bit of lettuce. It's really got some olive vinegar going on. Right. Oh crap, the oregano tastes good though. Okay. I'm saving this for later. I don't know if I'll eat it tonight or another night or whenever. But right now I'm just gonna start with this because small portions is seeming to work with my stomach. I don't know if this is small enough. We'll see. But it's making a huge difference. It is 5 o'clock. And this is going to be probably my last solid meal of the day. And then later I will have my pumpkin pure protein. Right? Is that what it's called? Oh no, my brain's messed up. Anyways, my pumpkin latte ice cream that I make up. That's what I'll be having.